Bugs. Good morning. It's a nice gloomy day outside, but we can't give up on the workout. We got to continue the walks, continue your morning workout. I even do a night walk as well, as you all know. And to the ones that don't know, okay, this is the journey that I decided to take, okay, with the push and the support of my fiance, okay. Remember, like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, okay, so you'll know when I'm online or when I'm posting, okay. Also, please comment if you want to ask questions or you just want to talk. Just comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay. So our morning talk is going to consist of how do you deal with your best friend and your boyfriend when they are brother and sister. What if the sister came to you and said you should leave him? Would you all ask why, or would you all just leave that conversation alone, leave it where it's at? Okay, that's the first question. Okay. The second question is, do you think it is a smart thing to explain to your boyfriend what's going on, so that he'll have the heads up, because you don't want anything to get back the wrong way, so you get to it, before anybody else could get to it. Okay. How do you continue to maintain your friendship and your relationship when the brother and the sister are at odds? Okay, do you pick one or the other, or do you try to bring them together? Do you just stay out of it and, stay the one that's mutual? Okay, or do you just leave it alone? You just don't worry about it. But you can't do things like she can't come over to your home because you and your boyfriend live together. And if they not getting along, then he don't want her there. She don't want him there. So you have to cipher between and balance out how to maintain your friendship and your relationship. Okay? Now, if you love both of them, it's a very hard decision without not feeling anything for picking and choosing. It's also a weird and uncomfortable feeling to know that you are the person that's in the middle of the sister and brother. It is also uncomfortable that the sister vents to you about her brother. Now, I'm guilty of that. I have told my best friend to leave, someone in my family alone because she was being hurt on a regular basis. Okay? Now, we all know that a person not gonna leave a person. Okay, if they loving this person, they in love with this person, and they feeling like they can work things out with this person, okay, then they're not going to budge. Okay, there is very well a chance that you may be put on the back burner. Okay, but do the friend look at that like you chose him over me, you chose penis over me, or what if it's a new relationship? Okay. And it's a new relationship with you and the brother, but the sister feel like, oh my God, you dissing me for my brother, or you dissing me for somebody you don't know, or you dissing me for some penis that you ain't never had. Like, at what point do you say, okay, look, this is my man, and we're working towards the relationship. You're my friend, okay? And we're going to have to work on our relationship as well. But it's unfortunate that y'all don't get along, okay? Especially when you're hearing the things about the brother, and you just, what type of woman don't give a man heads up? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be a selfish woman, or you're not in love, or you don't love him, for you to let someone sit up and talk about him and then you don't say anything, especially if you have heard it more than once. Now, mind you, your best friend is somebody that you're supposed to vent to. You know what I'm saying? Your best friend is somebody you're supposed to be able to crown their shoulder and, not worry about things going back and forth. Okay? So, here's what I'm guilty of. I'm guilty of befriending someone, and when I get upset with this someone, and I hear that it's being gossip talked about me, then I lash back like, okay, well, since that was said, this was also said. You know what I'm saying? So I was told that even though she was doing it, and I'm not the victim, because guess what? I did it too. So they say I must have not been her friend. She must have not been my friend. Or could it just have been a toxic relationship? Like, relationships can be toxic. I don't care what type of relationship it is. It can be a family. It can be a friend. It can be a mate. Relationships can be toxic. Okay? They also can be dependable. Okay? You can begin to depend on the person to be there all the time, to understand what you're going through, to talk you through things. You know what I'm saying? So you got that. How do you cipher? How do you say, this is my best friend, but we done been through so much in the time we've known each other. We done drug each other through the dirt. You know what I'm saying? And technically, what I was told was correct. I wasn't being a friend. And I pride myself on teaching my kids, if you can't motivate and you can't bring a person up, okay, you can't help them move forward, then you're not their friend. If you got to talk about them to your other friend, then you're not being a true friend. Okay? All that comes without saying, right? So I go through friendships. I don't go through friendships. I mean, like, I handle friendships and I handle relationships different. Okay? When I'm in a relationship, I tend to kind of fall off the ends of earth, which means I just really just focus on what I got going on, especially when it's new, because it takes so much when you're starting out. Now, if I've known the person for a year or two, then okay, let me get back in the swing of things. Let me get adjusted. Let me get, a set routine where I'm giving her my attention and I'm giving him my attention, But in the beginning, it's hard to do because I'm focusing on this life that I'm trying to live. And remember once before I said women don't get into relationships like on a temporary thought. Women get in relationships for the long term. Like we don't get in them on short term. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna just get in this relationship in the end. In 2 weeks, I'm gonna leave it. You know what I'm saying? Like, not if you really in a relationship. You know. So, with all of that being said, I have come to the conclusion that it's understandable for your friend to give you advice. That's understandable. It is also very understandable for your friend to look out for you. That's understandable. But don't ever feel like you got to force a person to choose over your man and your best friend. Okay? So just be aware, just be alert. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe. Okay?